Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here.
Apparently, I got my nose done by Michael Jackson's doctor, and you guys ate me up in the comments. But again, I'm still in the early stages of healing. This is not my final form.
Let's talk about the fact that I still cannot breathe well after 2 nose jobs. Here's my original nose. This is me at 20 years old. Here's the OG nose. Here's the results of my first nose job. And here's my current nose.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaya and welcome back to Amaya's Unsolicited Opinions. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the ethnic rhinoplasty pandemic and why Michael Jackson and his nose
I was singing, wait.
are plaguing the POC and Black community. So yeah, what inspired me to make this video is this creator. I believe her name is Zuri the Alchemist. She recently posted her 5 weeks post-op rhinoplasty on TikTok.
Hello guys, I wanted to show you my 5-week post-op nose reveal. This is what she's looking like from the front. This is her from the side. Other side. The nostrils, don't mind that thing in there. It's not a booger, it's just a stitch that still needs to dissolve. Overall, I am very happy with my nose and how she's turned out. Granted, she's still very swollen and the tip is still very high up, but as the weeks progress, it will drop. Again, this is it. This is her. I'm very happy.
You know, she was talking about her procedure. She revealed it. I will be posting the video in this video. And, you know, after she revealed it, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I am a little messy. So immediately I did open the comments section. And I hate to say it, but the comments did not disappoint. And we're not spreading hate. We're not spreading hate to her nose job or anything, but it definitely gave Michael Jackson. It definitely gave he. And that's what the comments were giving. It was giving people in the comments were essentially saying, what in the Michael and Latavia is this? They were saying, what in the he is going on? And you know, it was very much Gen Z humor, but it was getting really bad to the point where after the fact she actually changed her profile to Michael Jackson and then continued to make videos essentially explaining how a rhinoplasty works.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like you guys really want to get a reaction out of me. Like, you guys want me to post on here crying and screaming that, oh my god, you guys were right, I should have never did it, I botched. But no, like, this is my life, this is my face. I feel like you guys don't really know the process, like the recovery process of a rhinoplasty. Like, it's not like a BBL. It's not like you're gonna wake up off the table and have your shape. Like, rhinoplasties take forever to heal. I do look a little crazy, but at the end of the day, I knew what I was signing up for when I decided to do this. So I'm really not gonna let you guys make me feel bad for doing that. Like, I'm not gonna take those insults of saying, oh, your ancestors are so disappointed in you, you should have never done it, you hate yourself. But regardless, thank you guys so much for this 15 minutes of fame. Instead of focusing on yourselves and figuring out how you'll pay rent next month, you guys decided to blow up my video. So again, thank you.
How like this isn't the final form of her nose and how people should stop making fun of her nose. But it inspired me to, you know, go down a rabbit hole of people who are getting the same procedure. And from what I've noticed is just as many people who have gotten these slayed down beautiful ethnic rhinoplasties.
When I was looking at examples for my own rhinoplasty, I brought in photos of the one and only Tiana Taylor. Now this is allegedly, but I have 20/20 vision. And I think that this is one of the most beautiful ethnic rhinoplasties. I think that she kept the balance and harmony of her original nose. And you can see here before, she was always that girl, like beautiful, stunning. And luckily we have pictures far enough back because she's been in the entertainment industry for so long that you can see some really good before and afters.
There's about maybe 2 times more of people that are getting this Cindy Lou Who, Michael Jackson looking pig looking nose.
Cause she always getting prettier, getting finer. Bad girl, fire.
Where the nose is like upturned from the side, and you could see the nostrils are shaking and gyrating and essentially staring right at you from the front. And this video is necessarily meant to jump on people who felt insecure about their noses, because essentially that's what it is. You felt insecure about your nose in a way because you've been seeing a lot of videos of ethnic people talking about how they believe that their nose doesn't fit their face.
Why did you make me like that? I have more potential.
I'ma be nice. I'm trying to get like you, mama.
And they would look better with another nose, and that's that. People will sit up and say, like the people who get the BBLs, they will sit up and say that I'm getting a BBL and I'm getting a rhinoplasty so that I can enter a different tax bracket and a different level of life.
Can y'all tell me what being them BBLs and rhinoplasties? Them nose jobs. Because it really seems like every time the girl is either going to get a nose job or a BBL, it's like their lifestyle just becomes elevated. So I'm trying to figure out, do you get the BBL or the nose job like once you become elevated? Or does the BBL or the nose job elevate your current lifestyle? Oh yeah, and while y'all here, can y'all please drop y'all favorite ethnic rhinoplasty doctors? Because I want one.
Baby, you shouldn't. That's at the end of the day, I guess, if you get a BBL, maybe there is a formula. Maybe you get the BBL, you get the rhinoplasty, and then all of a sudden you just gain $3 million. I'm sure that's happened to some people in some universe, but in reality, financial literacy and money and things of that nature is a mindset. Unless you're becoming a stripper, and unless you have a career where getting this BBL or getting a nose job is going to elevate the tax bracket that you're in, babe, just because you have this surgery, it's not going to make you more money unless you make the surgery make you more money, like this girl is doing on the internet. Because even though we are sitting down, not me, because I did not comment under that video, but I was a little messy, not gonna lie. But just because people are under her comment section right now, watching her videos, talking about her on TikTok, which is referencing other people to go back to her TikTok and gain lots of followers and likes and views, which is helping her get that money on. So, we're all sitting here calling her Michael Jackson, but she's going to be doing that electric slide to the bank. But, overall, this video is just going to, be addressing the anti-blackness. I hate to be that woke friend, but this anti-blackness that is going on, where you're starting to see way more black people get on the internet and say my nose is not fitting to my face. And I've been told I have a cute nose. There was times where I thought about getting a rhinoplasty or a nose job myself, but that's just because I'm a black girl from the suburbs, and I went to a white school. So I was enduring my own little teenage life crisis, self crisis within myself, growing up around white folks. And that's all you see all day, and you look in the mirror, it makes you look at yourself and go, this nose that I have, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with the body that I have. There's something wrong with the hair on my head. In reality, as y'all can see,
Okay. You cute as hell, for real.
Yeah.
Oh God.
nothing wrong with me, for real. I'm actually I'm a cutesy, I'm a sexy little thing, let's just say that. And a lot of the women that I'm seeing on the internet that are essentially displaying their insecurity to the internet, and that can be harmful in itself, because it's one thing to be dealing with the insecurity and looking at yourself every day and hating the nose that you have on your face or hating the body that you have. But then it's another thing to bring it to the internet where you don't know what mood the internet is in and what people are feeling like today. Because there's many of times where people have done that on the internet, and there's a variety of different factors. One thing is the way you look. If you do benefit from pretty privilege, people on the internet will be like, girl, you look beautiful, you need to figure out your inner insecurities and go to therapy and figure it out, and just look within and look at the beauty from within. Because at the end of the day, from a young age, we've been advertise all this media and all this content of what a beautiful woman looks like, and beauty products and all of that. That's what people will get on the internet. They will be nice, but they're just as much as the internet can be nice, it can flip the switch and they can be as mean as possible and say, baby, you need to get surgery on that pig nose, and I know your mom was struggling when you came out of the womb. That's just how people be in the comment section. So personally, for me, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are 3 different platforms with 3 different comment sections, and I personally have 3 different audiences there. I love my YouTube subscribers the most. We all go through similar experiences, and it depends on the video where people will be messy, but most of the time we're chill or relaxed, and we're just girlies just trying to live life. But on TikTok, you can literally go viral any second. People these days are getting meaner and meaner and meaner by the second, and more ruthless. So even if the nose job looked good in a way, and even if I think that if she's correct, and if it takes time for the nose job to heal, I would let it heal and see how it's going to look at her. Do I think that that's the best nose job I've seen after doing research for this video? No. As a black person, there's that's another thing. This was advertised as an ethnic rhinoplasty, and I know that there's a culture of women and men and people going to these different countries like Turkey to get these cheaper surgeries.
I look like Michael Jackson. No. Right now. No.
Turn.
And to look snatched, because I believe that that's also a thing where people go to Turkey for nose jobs. But for this to be marketed as an ethnic rhinoplasty, and you're coming back with more of a Eurocentric looking nose, and not your nose but smaller, babe, come on now. Because you might as well have just said you were just going in for a regular nose job, because black people noses, not all black people, but usually a black person's nose, our noses vary, but usually it's wider, and our nose doesn't go up. That's more of a European thing. It's our bridge usually goes down, because we have I don't know, but if you've seen black people, maybe I'll put up some examples, So
did you know that populations around the equator have evolved one of the coolest features ever, often referred to as a broad nose? Having a broad nose is much more common in people of South African, East Asian, as well as South Asian descent. And although it also occurs in European populations as well, it's simply not as common. And it's often believed that this nose shape evolved out of necessity for many of the groups that live around the equator. There's a very strong correlation between the width of your nostrils as well as the humidity and temperature. The more humid and hot an area is, the broader your nose tends to be. In fact, your nose functions as your own personal air conditioner, moisturizing as well as warming air before it reaches your lungs. And having a narrow nose like Northern Europeans is a great way to warm the air in a cold climate. And having a broader nose like this was essential for survival, especially around the equator.
So, that's also another thing, because I've seen other ethnic rhinoplasties on TikTok of other black women and of celebrities, being talked about. And a lot of their noses is just that same nose, but smaller. But her nose was, not her nose. Let's just say that. She was looking to have, Cindy Kimberly nose that, all the girlies on TikTok be talking about how they want to replicate and send it to the plastic surgeons.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure. It makes me want to dribble.
And you can't be trying to get to Cindy Kimberly nose when you're black. and unless you already have it, okay, because that's a whole different conversation. But that was it for this video. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, follow my other channel, and
But she don't love me, she too scary.